Hello and welcome. This is Neldrin and today, we'll discuss the new event of the Sardegna Empire, Daedalian. But before that, for our question of the day. Which of the minor factions is your favorite? For me, I love the Northern Parliament. Aside from their rigging similar to the Iron Blood, with a sprinkle of snow and fur coats, I'm also getting a similar vibe of Olivier Armstrong from them. They look strong and fierce. Well, not all of them.
何それこんなに頑張った私に対してひどくないこのわからずよ
Now let's discuss first what you need to know about the event. The event will run from April 22nd to May 5th. Similar to most events. We have maps from A to D. The SP and EX stages will be unlocked once you clear D maps. You can skip A and B maps, so that you can rush completing D maps. So that you can do SP map immediately. Which will give you 800 event points each day. You can do the 3-star rewards for each map later on. Complete B or D maps multiple times to unlock extra cutscenes that can be found at the memories. And for beginners, I advise you to play the event maps as well, since you will get more EXP points from the Siren Fleet. Plus the event points that you will earn can be spent on gold gear boxes, which will give you an advantage, especially if the majority of your equipment are blue and below rarity. Similar to most event maps, your fleets are restricted with tile movement, and there are siren enemies that will roam and engage your fleet. Although all maps have submarines in them, they are negligible. So no need to bring anti-sub equipment or ships, unless you are getting destroyed. Lastly, B, D and SP maps have a labyrinth system, where certain tiles will rearrange and block your path. Once you clear the map, this feature will be disabled. SP map will always have this feature. And if you want more guides like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We first review a Maggie-chan. She's part of an ongoing mini-event, together with the Daedalian event. You need to play multiple games to gain her trust, similar to other ships we had from the past. Her barrage skill seems good. She can be flexible in terms of positioning, since the barrage changes depends where you place her. Nothing much on her yellow skill. Just an added burn damage or torpedo depending on the ammo type you are equipping. Double points will be earned if you bring her to your fleet. But if you are farming the event maps, you may not bring her, since you will accumulate lots of points anyway from repetitive farming. Now for our
Thigh review. Thigh review. Thigh review. Thigh review. Thigh review.
Now for our pasta ships. First we got Vittorio Veneto. She had a brief appearance a few months ago from the 3rd anniversary PV of Azur. Her dress somewhat reminds me of the knight set in Bloodborne. I think she's an improved version of How, in terms of skills. Her barrage skill has both HE and AP ammo. She's also getting a reduced load time from her first volley. She buffs the backline, plus she has added buffs to herself too. Next is Aquila. She has a very majestic design. Her red skill has a 75% chance of barrage, which is nice. She has additional tankiness and AA buff to her team. At max limit break, her second slot can be a fighter or dive bomber plane. Using the dive bomber makes her a good PvP ship, probably doing Perseus job, but better. Equipping fighter planes is more of a PvE, because of the heal and shield she provides. Wait. Are you Sona from League of Legends? Then we have
我が名はルイージ・ディ・サボイア・ドゥーカ・デッリ・アブルッツィである。
Okay, that's a long one. Is Abruzzi fine?
覚えづらい。なら、ドゥーカ・デッリ・アブルッツィでもよい。これ以上略すのは 我がプライドが許さぬぞ。
Okay, I get it. We have Duca degli Abruzzi. You know that you played a lot of Genshin Impact if the first thing you noticed is her dress design somehow similar to Ganyu. But with a larger milk jug. Oh my god, am I really allowed to say that? Duca degli Abruzzi is a torpedo cruiser. When she fires her torpedo, there's a chance to fire a barrage. The same skill also gives her decent buffs as well. She also has a good defensive buff to herself and to the lead ship. Her yellow skill greatly enhances her torpedoes. I don't mind the decreased first load and slow it provides, but the crit rate and crit damage is absurd. I just noticed as I write this script that all the 3 SR we are getting comes with overloaded skills. If you are a meta over waifu gamer, then these 3 are a must-have. For our elite ships, we are getting 2 Ilias. Because 1 jailbait is not enough. We're also getting Tsukasa-chan from Lucky Star. And what a surprise! We are getting Adanella here too? But thicker. But on a serious note about Torricelli. Her skill focuses more on enemy DD, which is rare to a boss of that ship classification. Only use her if you don't have any other submarines. There are only 2 event-exclusive items in the event shop. I already mentioned my impressions on the ship earlier. About the gun, I don't see anything special about it. It is not a specialized gun for any pasta ship. It has worse range compared to other popular CL guns. And the damage is a bit worse compared to other CL guns. Try to buy just in case it will be needed in the future. If you are a beginner, absolutely use this gun if you don't have any gold rarity gun. For the other items, go check my previous guide for detailed information. But I highly suggest to go for the blueprints first, since getting them from research is costly. As I mentioned earlier, beginners should prioritize buying the gold gear boxes if you don't have good equipment at the moment. For farming. The A maps are good for establishing a strong fleet if you don't have the following ships yet. London or York for the PvE fleet. Juno and Hiria for the PvP fleet. Queen Elizabeth is a strong beginner ship since you will get a lot of British ships, and you want to prioritize developing Monarch as your first PR ship. No good equipment to farm here. The only good equipment here is the fire extinguisher, which can be easily acquired from other means. For B maps. B1 and B3 are good maps to farm. For B1, just get Saratoga if you don't have her yet. Then immediately farm B3. It has a low chance to drop Duca degli Abruzzi. The fire control radar and the twin 410mm gun are also good drops here. For C maps. I think all maps are good to farm for equipment here. C1 for the repair toolkit. C2 for the AA gun. And C3 for the Hellcat fighter, which is a great fighter plane to have and can be upgraded into Tiger Cat. I am assuming that you already have the elite rarity ships. No need to farm for them, unless you need some copies for limit break or retrofit. Due to lower requirements needed, all C maps are oil-efficient farming, for long-time players. For D maps. Not much of a good drop for us long-time players here. So most likely farm D3 for a chance to get Duca degli Abruzzi, and have the highest event point drop. Only farm the Barracuda in D2, if you don't have torpedo bombers in your inventory. Due to having a higher boss level, and 6 battles before the boss appears, plus high aviation and battleship requirements, it might require you to bring more ships which will cost more oil. To summarize. The event offers overloaded SR ships. Event maps have submarines and minigames but negligible. And we also got some good farming maps for this event. I hope that this guide will help you play for this event. If I missed something or something you want to share, let me know in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe to support my channel. You guys are awesome, and see you next time.